Okay, we shall get going. It's going to be super gentle. We'll use the ball stroke cushion a little bit. Put it behind you, somewhere between the back of your chair and your back, and see what it's like to lean into it. It doesn't have to be low or high, just anywhere that feels nice for you. I'm going to take myself back so you can see all the way to my feet. And take your legs a little wider, just because this gives you a wide base. So it just makes you more stable. And just feel what it's like to wriggle against that thing behind you, your ball, your cushion. Just feel what it's like to have a little wriggle, like you're scratching your back, you know. That's the one. And then feel what it's like not to be so heavy on it, just to come maybe very slightly forward. So you're just not leaning all your weight into it. And then do lean all your weight into it. So feel what it's like to go off and on. Sometimes it feels nice just to go oh and just lean right back into it, especially if it's got a little bit of give in it. Sometimes you might feel more comfortable being more upright because it just brings your whole spine more upright. We're going to play between the two. At the moment, I just like you to do whatever feels most comfortable. So if you want to lean back, lean back. If you want to stay upright, just don't let everything drop. We don't want that sort of slump. You can bring that later. We'll have a little slump later, but for the moment, we'll stay tall. And just have a little side to side wriggle. And you can feel your bum on your chair. We'll all be sitting on different chairs. I've got a cushion on my chair. And we're trying to feel the bony bits of our bum against the seat. Okay, so I can tell from your faces, you can feel those bits, yeah? Right, sitting bones, they're the sort of the bottom of our pelvis. They are sort of rounded, but not completely round, which is why when we do this, they're like, and they feel a bit sort of knobbly because they are knobbly. They're almost like a little triangle that's been rounded off. So we've got those points now. So if we say sitting bones, that's what we're sat on, and we want to be right up on them. And that just brings everything a little higher. Now we're going to have a little stroke across the top around the collarbone. So just find your collarbone. And we're going to do a very soft breathing exercise. And this is the bit that you don't want to feel going up and down. You know, that sort of breath, particularly if you're running or crying, and we're like, this goes up and down. The mechanics of it is all up and down. We don't want that, and we're breathing like this. We just want this to stay nice where it is. So we'll leave that there. Now you can either trace down the front, down your breastbone, or go underneath, whichever is easier. I don't stick very far out here, so I have to go down the front. But if your chest projects forwards a bit more, it's easy to go underneath. So whichever. And find that little dip between the two sides where your ribs are. So down the front, your breastbone, and then, oh, nothing, and we get ribs. And round here, you feel your ribs, and then you feel that little dip. Just place your hand lightly over that little dip, that little space between your ribs, and let it drop a little. Just drop down, yeah. And it can rest, mine is resting just on the sort of crease of where my belly starts. This can be nice and soft. Now we're going to do, I call it a little Regency cough. So you imagine you're in Pride and Prejudice or Bridgerton or something like that, and you're at a ball and you're just and as you do that, there's a little quiver just beneath your hand. It's your diaphragm, and just that just make it just gives you that little quiver, and you know you're in the right place. So now you're going to breathe into this place. We're going to use our diaphragms a little. So it's not a great big, no. It's just through your nose, so you can close your mouth. And it's just the gentlest breath in and breath out. Now, as you breathe in, you want to feel a little fullness going into your palm. And as you breathe out, that fullness just pulls back slightly. It's ever so small. So a little outwards into your hand. And then as you exhale, it just pulls back. So just get that going. And now as you do that, can you make the exhale part as you breathe out a little longer? It might be you put a pause in at the end. It might be it's just physically longer as that air's leaving you, but just a little longer. And one more. And let your arm drop down and just have a little wiggle and wake everything up. That's just to settle us and calm us down because we haven't met before, and it just calms us all. And from whatever work you might have been doing beforehand, it just helps clear everything. Right, now bring your feet closer to each other. You want a gap, but they're not wide. And your feet are now parallel. So you can see they're in this sort of train track sort of place. Wiggle again, so you're right up on those sit bones this time. And whatever's behind you, you can feel it, but you're not like, oh, pushing right back into it. And if it's annoying you in any way, adjust it or take it out. Can you slide your hands forward so they're right on the top of your knees and your arms are making like a slide? That keeps us tall. So grow a little taller. We can keep wiggling. That's it. Now we're going to breathe in again. This time send it to the wide bit of your ribs. It's like you're trying to make your waist wider. And as you breathe out, feel your belly just tighten a little. And then pull your belly back towards you. You might feel your back squashing into your cushion behind you. And then breathe in and let your belly roll forwards. Now I've got this dark t-shirt on today. It's the Manchester Sports t-shirt which they sent us, but you can't really see because it's black and it's just hiding all the movement. So if I go to the side, and I'll see if you can see my movement this way. So if I put this around, you can see more. You just see a little rocking going on and a little move backwards and forwards. This part of my body, shoulders and head, stay the same, but my pelvis sort of rolls back and rolls forwards, and the change in shape is really on your back and your belly. So if you now put a hand on your belly and a hand somewhere around the back, it doesn't matter if it's just around the side, just feel a little change in shape. And that same breath in, and as you breathe out, it's like you're pulling your belly towards you. And as you breathe in, it's going away. Now, round the back, you're just feeling what is your spine doing? Maybe a slight flattening or a curling under. And then it goes the other way. Again, it might be a flattening. It might even feel like an arched back. Depends on the shape of your back. And then let that go. And just have a little side to side wiggle, like you're trying to lift the sides of your bum off the chair. And then grow tall. Now we're going to pat the back of our head, just so like a little tap there, just to get a bit of sensation. And that's all we're looking for, sensation. Take that sensation back a little. Take your nose back a little. Take your throat back a little. You'll now just have a really nice long giraffe neck. And just turn your head. Let it glide from side to side. Hello again. Hi. Turn your head from side to side. Lovely. And then place your hand in a little fist on your chin. You've still got this long neck. And now it's almost like you're just pushing a little into your chin. We're creating a bit of resistance for our neck. And do that same turn, but you can't turn so much now because your knuckles are just pushing into your chin. It's gentle. We don't want to go super hard on this. It's a gentle strengthener for the neck. And then take your hands down. Have another little wriggle. Hands on the thighs. And we're going to slide our hands forwards and backwards. And as you do that, you'll feel a little turn at the waist. Just let your body go with this. That's it. You can make it smaller by keeping your hands near the front of your knees. You make it bigger by sliding your hands further back towards you. Lovely. So just get a bit of rotation into the hands. That's it. And then come back to the center. Now take whatever's behind you, your ball or your cushion, Take that out, hold it between your hands. We're going to push it forwards. So you push it forwards till your arms are pretty straight. If it gets too heavy, you can always drop it, have nothing between your hands. But if it's comfortable, your cushion's there. Now we're really tall. I want you to pull your chest back from your ball. So pull it away. And as you do that, you'll feel your shoulders round and your head will want to nod a little bit. Let it nod a little. Don't let it drop right down. That's just like pulling our necks, just that little nod. Now I'd like you to breathe into your rounded back, the space between your shoulder blades. Breathe into it. And as you breathe out, let that ball just travel down, or your cushion travel down to your knees. And now you can grow tall and just sit up really nice and proud. We're going to go same again, but slightly different. So you raise your cushion, your ball ahead of you. Push it ahead like you're going to give it to somebody else. Pull your chest back. Now pull your belly back as well. You'll feel that pelvic tilt coming back. Your bum feels like it's slightly tucked under. Breathe into the space between your shoulders. And as you breathe out, your cushion, your ball comes down to your knees. Grow tall and just like you're really proud. And we'll do one more. Push forwards. Really give me your cushion like it's a precious gift. Pull your chest away from it. Pull your belly away from it. And breathe into your back. Drift it down. Have a little wriggle. Hold your cushion or your ball to your chest. Let's give our feet a warm up first. A little slide, like you're trying to wipe them. Whether you've got shoes on or socks, doesn't matter. We just literally bring a bit of heat into them. Now, feet down, toes up and down. If you've got shoes on, it's just toes up and down in your shoes. Just feel them come and push the tops of your shoes. Now, we're going to try lifting them. Now, mine are coming off the floor. If yours aren't, go for your heels. If you can take them higher, like you're trying to march. Can you keep the rest of your body like really, this is business above the waist and this is party underneath. Or imagine you're in a swan. This is like the bit that's really serene and just hugging a cushion, and this bit's marching away. Lovely. Right, now we're going to do something with the top half. Keep the legs going. They can stop anytime. Can you take your cushion and take it forwards? And then can we take a cushion, take it out to one side? And then bring it forwards. Keep marching if you can. Take it out to the other side and bring it forwards. Same again. Can you turn your head the other direction? I know it's confusing. It's sort of meant to be. Bring your head back. Bring your cushion forwards. Take it the other way. And the head the other way. And bring it all back to the front. And then take it down, just have a moment. It works everything hard and it sort of confuses everything, but in a good way. Right, now where's this going next? Let's have this back to the chest. Keep this up here just so we keep tall. So we're just hugging this in. Now it's all about the legs. So we're going to take a heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, widening one leg and then bring it back in. And then the same on the other side, this widening. Everything else stays the same. We're just heel toe outwards and bring it back in. This time, both legs. Take your time and then bring them back in. And then out again. And now we're going to keep it somewhere. So you want somewhere where you can get your knees over your ankles. So it doesn't look like this. There's a vertical here. Your knees are above your ankles and you can press down to the floor. So if you have a little push from side to side, pushing down into the floor, you can feel you can put your weight into your feet. Lovely, we're all there. Right, grow tall. It's a little bit for our back now. So this is our stable base. We're going to just slightly come forwards and then come away. So it's like you're coming closer to the screen and then further away. Now, if you feel that on your chair, you are too close to the back, you can shuffle forwards a little bit, or you can shuffle back. But we're just doing this little forwards and backwards. Our back stays straight. there's a little tension on the belly. We're working the abdominals ultimately. That's it, but a bit on the back as well. And then we're going to take it to a place where we're going to hold it. So if it feels like it's already quite a lot, you're just coming a little forwards. If you can go slightly further forwards, go slightly further forwards and just hold it there. Push into your feet though. And now push into your feet, come upright. This ball or your cushion is sort of your security up here. It's stopping too much weight going forwards. Same again, push your feet down and just bring your body, just coming a little closer to the screen. That's it, hold it. Feel your belly, you have to work a bit harder. Now we're going to do this little tiny rotation side to side, a bit like when we were sliding our hands on our thighs. Lovely, just a small one, that's it. Come back to the center and then push back to upright. Lovely, you might want a little wiggle as you get upright. Grow tall, keep these hands against the ball of your cushion. Push your feet down, we're going to do the same again. Travel forwards. You want to feel to the point where it's work, it feels like work for your belly, but it's not like quivery, wobbly. Right, hold it here, keep pushing the feet down. Little turns again. You might turn a little further, you might not. It's like you're trying to turn your chest away each time. Yeah, lovely, lovely. One more each time. And then push yourself back and just let your arms have a rest, have a little wiggle. And bring your legs closer inwards so they're back to parallel and the feet are facing forwards. The cushion can go behind us again. Let's pop it there. And we'll just do a little more for the feet. Push your feet downwards. Give your toes a little wriggle. And now take your heels up and down. Nothing else changes. Now our hands are resting here. If you want something that's a bit more sort of active, we can bring the hands up and we can do it looks like a little Cossack. And that just makes this area work a little harder. You might feel that that area is now going, oh, okay. And any time that you want to relax a bit more, you could either go here, or we can keep it here. And we'll just keep those legs going up and down. And then feet down, legs close together. Now it's a bit more wobbly. It's not spread out. Push your feet downwards. If it feels too wobbly, you can always take your legs apart. Heels are going up and down. Again, you can feel your belly's going, okay, I know you're doing this. The arms can come down if you want them to. You don't have to keep them up here. You're doing such a good job. Keep those heels going down. Keep the feet, the toes even, pressing down. We're going to do one more. Oh, and take it down. Let the legs go a bit wider and just have a little wiggle and ease off. Right, next we're going to go a little diagonal. So take out whatever's behind you and put it somewhere out of the way of your feet, underneath the chair, so it's not going to get in the way of our feet. And we're going to come a little further forward, so we're on the edge of the chair. Hold your chair somewhere, because we're going to start tipping from one side to the other. And we're going to start tipping to one side and taking a leg out diagonally. So don't worry about what your foot does, whether it goes sort of forwards or out to the side, it doesn't matter. The weight isn't into our hands. Our hands are just stopping us falling off the chair. Lovely. So you can feel you've got your bum tipping side to side, your leg reaching long, and there's always a foot on the floor that you can really push into. It'll give you a bit of grounding, literally. Right, now this hand, one on the chair and one's reaching across the body. And we're alternating. Lovely. So this is one way of doing it, this arm across. Another way, same side arm, same side leg. Now this is a big long stretch. If your shoulder's thinking, don't like this, take it across. But if it's thinking, actually, quite like this long stretch, quite like to pause it and get this length here. So as long as that's okay, keep that going. It looks like it's okay for all of you at the moment. But if it feels and it needs to change, please change it. And we're going to do one more each side. And then I want you to come back to the center with these wider legs. Push down, almost feel like you're going upwards. So you push down, feel your thighs tighten, your spine is long. It's like your head wants to go up higher. And then release and have a little slump. I did promise you a little slump. And then grow tall again. You can check if it feels like your ribs push forward. Some people, particularly if you're quite a bendy person and you've got hypermobility, this often happens. So if this is you, just feel your ribs and just encourage them back a little so that your spine is straight. It's not doing that super arch thing. Some people it's not an issue, for others it is. Right, now we grow tall. We're going to lean forwards, hands are lightly on our thighs. We're not pushing into our hands, they're just like brakes. We're going to go forwards and back. This is a bit like we did with the cushion, but it's going to get slightly different. So we're going to rock forwards and back, that's it. And this time we're going to stay forwards. So find a place that you can stay, push your feet down and feel your legs tense at the top. Now take a hand. This is like you're trying to clear a desk. There's a desk full of stuff and you're just trying to shove it all on the floor. If only tidying was like this. And let your body turn from side to side as much as it wants to. Let your ribs go side to side, your waist, that's it. And your head just goes with this hand. And then come back to the center, hands on the thighs, come upwards, just ease off for a moment. Same again. So we're coming forwards, push down into the feet. Feel under your hands, feel your thighs tightened. Quite satisfying, they're definitely working. Right, now it's the other hand. This one's going to reach out and start to clear the table. Start small and then see if you can go a little further over to each side. You can wiggle your fingers if you like, it keeps them awake if they're a bit chilly. Keep pushing the feet down. That's it. And last one. And then hands on your thighs, come up to sitting, let the legs come in, and then just let them have a little flop in and outwards. They've just pushed down a lot, so they're probably just feeling a little bit of fatigue. And we should be sat in the front third of our chair now, so there's a little bit of room behind us. We're going to do, it's a very Pilates-y sort of movement. We're going to do dumb waiter. So we put our elbows in at our sides and our palms upwards. And you can imagine, I like to imagine I am actually a waiter, you know, there's a little plate of something here, a little plate of something there, and we're going to offer them out. So your body's going to stay facing forward, your head faces forward. One hand is going to offer your snacks out to the side, the elbow is staying in at the waist, and then it comes back. Same hand, out to the side, and it comes back. Now, as you're doing this, just notice what your legs do. They can push down if they want to, or they can relax, but just notice what they're already doing. You might feel tension in the front of your thigh. Your legs might be able to turn off. Your belly needs a bit of tension on it. Last one this side. And now the other side's going to do the same. It's going to take over and just offer these little nibbles out to this side. That's it. Keep the elbow really snug into the waist. That's it. Lovely. And we'll do one more. Now we're going to bring this one out to the side and take the arm out. And then the other one out to the side. And then it's like you're offering those snacks over there somewhere. Bring it back and just keep alternating side to side. That's it. And then we could do both together. Both hands offer out to the side, bring them in. Hands out. Bring them in. Next one's different. Hands out. Oh, if we go out and in, and we can keep doing that. That's it, lovely. We're going to keep them out. The arms start to fatigue. They can drop down. They don't have to stay straight. So if they want to drop a bit, let them drop. Could you turn your plates, your hands, down? And then turn them up. And down and up. Last one. Down and up. Oh, and bring them back in. And just give everything a nice little soft little slinky move just to ease it all off. So that was a lot for your upper body. Now we're going to shuffle backwards and forwards in our chair a little. This is just a little bit of all over. So it's like you're going to go forwards and then you end up going backwards. Your arms can help if they want to. And can you end up backwards? So you're right back on your chair. Your back's almost touching the back of the chair. Could you slide a leg forwards till your foot starts to leave the floor and then let it come down? Same on the other side. So the legs got a little bit of distance, feet are parallel, and we're fairly upright in our body. So we're alternating legs. On the next time you do this, could you lengthen the foot so you're making your leg as long as you can? Might be a bit bent, might be straight, but that foot's long. Now it's like you're trying to coax your toes towards you and push your heels away. Lovely. Could you wave? And then wiggle that foot around as much as it will. Some people's ankles are going to be stiff. They might just wave. They might not do a circle. Some of you might get more of an oval. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to bring movement into the ankle. That one's going down. Other side. Slide it forwards. And lengthen. Long, long leg, long foot. Now you're trying to bring those toes back towards you. Push the heel away, feel it on the back of the leg, a little wave side to side, and a circle, or any sort of curve. And then take it down. Now we're going to take the legs out for a little bit longer. So you hold it outwards, try and flatten your foot a little, it's like your toes are coming towards you, just hold it a little. Take it down. Other side the same. We're going to keep that going. So it's like a slow movement. We can do something up here. We can leave our arms down. We could put them in front in that sort of Cossack position. Or you could put, some people like that sort of position with their fingers pushing against each other. I prefer that. It just feels nicer on my shoulders. But if that works for you, go for that. It just keeps your upper body a bit more upright and everything working here. Now, as we're doing this, your legs, can we get one up and then maybe the other up? If they're not going for it, take it down. And then we'll take one leg up and then see if the other leg, it might just do a bit like that. It might make your body do this as you try and bring it off the floor. So just little bits. If you can get the whole thing, the whole leg up, bring it up. This time, both legs together. They might only go that far. They might go a bit further. And then take it down. And take your legs wider. Shuffle forwards to the front of your chair. We're winding right down. So hands gently on your thighs. Just start to circle your body forwards. That's it. Forward circles. Lovely. You can make them as big or as small as you like. And then change direction. And then pause in the middle, a little lean to one side. And then come up to the center and a little lean to the other. Go and do the same again, up to the center, lean to one side. Now turn your chest away, just like we were doing before. Just turn your chest a little bit away. And then we'll come upwards. And we'll go to this side And take the chest a little away. Very nice. And then up to the center, your legs can come back in, little heel toe. We can give the shoulders a little shimmy. You can take your palms out to the side and scoop up the air. Breathe in. Bring your hands together, breathe out, bring them into your chest. Thank you, body, for making it to class today.